Lois Lane, issue 4, sees Lois walk in on her son in the shower. John, however, dresses at super speed, giving his mother a dressing gown and telling her to knock next time. Lois hugs her son and the two head out to get pizza. Lois says that she thought John was Clark and he'd hope so, as she wipes her son's mouth and says that she's happy to be out getting pizza with her son. John says that he needs to talk to her about something, but he's afraid she's not going to like it, especially after what happened with Jor-El. John reveals that he's been invited to join a super team, the only problem being that they are from 1,000 years in the future. Elsewhere, Renee sits down with Charlie and over coffee and pie, she asks him how he's even alive, since last time she saw him, he died in her arms. But she knows that none of that actually happened, but now he's there and she doesn't know who she is. Charlie calms her, saying that he knows that she is Renee Montoya and is his legacy. In England, a policeman tries to get a woman to come to the front door of her apartment. The officer says he's there only because of some concerned neighbours, but the woman lights some candles around a symbol on the floor, reciting chess moves in her head. The policeman comes in and tells her to be calm as she pulls a gun, calling him a liar as something is hunting them all and as erasing them. The officer tries to calm her down, saying he wants to help her, but she says that is what they would say. She demands to know from the officer what the next chess move is, but soon she sees the move in her head, causing her to put the gun to her head and pull the trigger. The officer, however, dives for the gun, stopping her from shooting herself, but the woman falls unconscious on the symbol she drew on the floor that says Leviathan. Back in Chicago, Lois talks with John about joining the Legion, saying that most people will send their kids away to college, but she's sending him to join a super team in the far future. She says one raises their child knowing that they are going to leave eventually and hoping that they have done right by them, and John reassures her that she has. He reveals he has talked with his father and Clark says he's okay with it, as much as he can be, remembering his words to go where you can be the most help. John knows that the Legion needs his help and Lois says that it doesn't leave him with much of a choice. John wonders if he's said something wrong as his mother looks frustrated, but she says she isn't, knowing he really is his father's son. Talk turns to the assassination attempt on Lois the night before, but Lois says that Clark doesn't know if the people were after her or that she was in the wrong place at the wrong time. John hopes his mother will be okay, but she reminds him that she was making people angry enough to want to kill her long before she met Clark, and it didn't stop her then and it won't stop her now. John says he's going to miss his mother and that she is his hero as they both hug. Renee and Charlie, meanwhile, continue to talk about their broken memories and also Renee's current job working for Lois, but Renee won't be explaining how she came into Lane's employ, instead wanting to know what Charlie remembers. He says he remembers the snow and the cold and Renee dragging him over the ice before Renee cries over his dying body. He does know that he had something important to tell her and he couldn't get it out in time. Renee says that she was told by him to be a butterfly and knows it was about a story about a man who dreams of being a butterfly, but wonders if he's a man or if he's a butterfly dreaming about being a man. Renee asks Charlie if they are the dream or the dreamers, and he says what's stopping them from being both. Renee's phone soon chimes as a message from Lois comes in, telling her to meet at Grant Park. Going to meet Lois, Renee brings Charlie with her, but he soon takes his leave so the two women can talk. Renee immediately says that Lois knew Charlie was alive and didn't tell her, and she really wonders what else Lois is holding back from her. Lois says that she can't handle the truth, but Renee isn't buying it, saying that she deserves to know. Lois says that deserving doesn't actually mean anything and have anything to do with this, and people who claim they want the truth don't realize too much of the truth makes one sick. Lois says that the truth is so potent that given the choice, people would rather just ignore it. The two walk through the park and Lois tells Renee that big truths need to be given in small pieces and all the people who said they want it don't want it, and they will kill the messenger when it comes down to it. Renee asks why she even bothers and Lois says that truth is antiseptic, which is why it hurts so much when it gets told. But after the shock of it, it becomes curing and makes you healthy. Renee wonders if Lois gets to decide which truths are shared and how and when, and Lois says that sometimes she does, and one of those truths only 2 people in the universe know, and she wants to know if Renee is sure she wants to be the third. Renee says that she does, grabbing Lois and telling her to start talking. Lois Lane issue 4 was another amazing issue that saw Lois talk with her son about the big decision he has coming to him. I thought it was really great how there was actually no action in this issue and it's all character stuff between John and Lois, Renee and Charlie, and Lois and Renee. Lois's part at the end about truths is really quite relevant nowadays and really damn well explained in a way that anyone can actually understand it. I'm excited to see what the next issue holds for our characters, since I think it will only get better and better if that's even possible. I'm going to give this issue a 9 out of 10.